Chapter 4. Chapter 4 of Proofreading and Editing deals with plurals, possessives, and word division. We first want to get and start with plurals. The definition of plural is when a noun means more than one, it is said to be plural. So examples you have here are boys, girls, books. And when they're not plural, they're said to be singular. This is when a noun means only one. Plurals have several rules. We'll begin with rule number 1. Most plurals are formed by adding an S to the singular forms. And the examples I'm giving you are the following. You have the word smile, become plural, is smiles. Meeting becomes meetings, and season becomes seasons. Rule number 2. Singular nouns that ends in an F or FF or FE, you want to add just an S to them. So examples I'm giving you are roof, roofs, chief, chiefs, fife becomes fifes. And this is a plural form of those words ending in F, FF, or FE. There are some exceptions to the rules, and these are the exceptions to them. Wife become wives, calf become calves, and loaf become loaves. So here they are again, those that you just add S to it, and those that you just add the VES to it. So on the left is F, S, on the right is VES. Now let's look at rule number 3. Singular nouns ending in an S or X, Z, CH, or SH, you want to add an ES to it. These are some examples. Moss become mosses, dish become dishes, buzz become buzzes, box, boxes, and church become churches. Rule number 4. Singular nouns ended in a vowel plus Y. You want to add an S to form the plural. So we're talking about a vowel plus Y. Not just the word, just the letter Y, but a vowel plus Y. So attorney ends in EY, becomes attorneys. Journey, EY, become journeys. Toy, become toys. And freeway, become freeways. Rule number 5. Singular nouns that end in a consonant plus Y, you're going to change the Y to an I, and you're going to add ES to it. And these are examples that I am providing for you. TY, county, TY, becomes TIES. Festivity, TY, becomes festivities, IES. Country becomes countries. Remember, consonant plus Y, you change the Y to an I, and then you add IES. Rule number 6. Now we're going to get into the hyphenated and space compound nouns. When you have a hyphenated or a compound noun, you want to make the main word plural. Plural may be formed by adding sometimes S or ES or IES. It just depends on the word. Examples I'm giving you are the following. Mother-in-law, mother is the noun, so it becomes mothers-in-law. It is the main word. Bill of lading, the noun is bills. We all get bills in the mail, so bills is the noun, and we make that word plural in order to meet rule number 6. Here are some more examples of rule number 6. Again, space compound noun, you want to make the main word plural. The plural may be formed by adding an S or ES or IS. So sales, taxes, tax ends up being the noun. Bulletin board, board is the noun. Bulletin is the adjective describing the noun, just like the word sales describes the type of taxes you have. So you can see again which one is the noun, and that is what you're going to make plural. Rule number 7. Now you will have some hyphenated compound noun that does not contain a noun. When this happens, you want to make the final element plural. So the final element is going to be plural. So you got to remember, a noun is a person, place, a thing. Go, between, these two can be like go is a verb, between, drive, in. So there is really no noun in either of these words. So the last element, the final element, betweens become plural, ends become plural. In rule number 8, we have words, nouns that end in O. And if it ends in O and is preceded by a vowel, you add an S to form the plural. So studio, which ends in a vowel plus O, I plus O, becomes studios. Rodeo become rodeos. Now sometimes this may not be the case for some words ending in O's. Sometimes you add an S and sometimes you add an ES. These words have no simple rule to explain the differences. So when you're in doubt, look the word up. Here are some examples of what does not, some words that do not meet the just S rules. Okay, echoes, heroes, potatoes, vetoes. But words that do meet the rule that we mentioned in 8 are autos, memos, pimentos, and pros. But again, there is no set rule on this, so if you're in doubt, look it up. Rule number 9 says plurals for personal titles, numbers, and abbreviation are formed by adding an S. So you can see here, if you have more than one doctor, you can put the title, doctors, capital D, lowercase r, lowercase s. Same thing with acronym. CIO is Chief Information Officer. But if you have several of them, you want to say CIOs. All of the letters are capped except for the S. Same thing with decades. The 50s. 50s is 50S, not apostrophe S. Okay, if you're talking about from 1950 to 1959, it is 50s S. Same thing with the best decade ever, 1970s. So I'm talking about from 1970 to 1979, which were the best decade ever. And guess what? I'm going to put just an S after the 70. Rule number 10. Now this one is very significant because you have what we call irregular plurals. Irregular plurals are nouns that you cannot add. These are, let me go back, I think irregular plural are nouns that you cannot add an S to make plural. So man, to make man plural, you have to make it men. To make woman plural, you have to make it women. To make child plural, you have to make it children. To make foot plural, you have to make it feet. With irregular plurals, they are called irregular plurals because you cannot add an S to form a plural. So you'll never have this for man, to make man plural, Or to make men plural. Men is already plural. To make man plural, you have to make it men. So remember this, man singular becomes plural when it's men. That's it.